What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 7, Not So Model Behavior. Let me just tell y'all, listen, I had literally forgot about this episode. No, I forgot about the show last night because yesterday I was just so completely off. And y'all already know, if you looked at my Love After Lockup video, I had told y'all what happened the night before. I basically overworked myself. I overextended myself when I had no energy and, I was just feeling really weak. I'm anemic as hell. I was shaking and I did too goddamn much. So, yesterday I just really couldn't do nothing. And I was only able to do one video, and by the time that shit was over, girl, I was just completely done. I don't even know how I made it to work today, but I did it. But girl, this episode and then it was like I knew something was off. When something is off, I said, "Damn it, bitch!" I was laying in the bed and I said, "I ain't even do the video, bitch." But I saw it now, okay, and girl. The girls are cutting the fuck up, okay? Belle Collective is kind of cute, bitch. It's getting there, girl. Y'all is drama, okay? So, it picks back up where that little sister mentioned that Tambra, okay? Tambra, baby, didn't I say that mama is talking the way that she speaks in the confessional because she's over enunciating her words because she's trying to pronounce everything. She's trying to hide that Southern twang accent that she has that everybody else has there. That is from Jackson, that is from Mississippi, whatever. And we heard it. We heard it at this sistervention. Because when I tell you, Letitia and goddamn what's that girl name? IKEA, they was going back and forth. Baby, I don't even know who the fuck won, okay? Because both their asses was giving it to each other. And I was sitting here like, bitch, you gonna let her say that to you? I said, IKEA, you better not let her say that. All that shit you be talking, bitch, you better get at her. I said, Letitia, go ahead and get back. Bitch, your turn. I said, oh my God. Now see, bitch, y'all be talking about Letitia's brunch. Bitch, Tambra, this your goddamn fault. And kind of find out all this shit is her fault because Tambra ass is out here playing telephone fucking tree, bitch. But honestly, IKEA, from me, a viewer, when I first saw you and the shit that you was saying and the way that you was carrying yourself, it like I said, it's okay to be proud of your legacy, but you, cause bitch, I wish I had a fucking legacy that I can go back, and I said that before, I love shit like that, but you just got this air of pompousness and arrogance about you when you first came onto the goddamn scene, like, bitch, I'm that bitch, yeah, but ew, calm it down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You had your nose turned a little bit. So when Letitia was saying that shit, she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying on you. But they was going back and forth. When Letitia said, bitch, you got a legacy and you got people that don't even fucking want you, that throw you away or some shit like that. I said, oh, Letitia, why you have to go that deep, bitch? Now, granted, IKEA ain't my cup of tea, but I said, Letitia, you ain't have to dig that damn hard, okay? And I'm sitting here like, what is happening? Why are we acting like this? First, it's at the brunch. I said, y'all supposed to be Southern Bells, right? I thought the Bells supposed to have class, hospitality, you know what I'm saying? Some couth. I thought they supposed to have some couth about themselves or whatever. Y'all acting like the hood rats that I just got away from. Girl, I said, what is happening? What is going on? And at the same time, Tambra trying to calm me down. No, Akeisha, stop it. I did not say that. What I said was, okay, it went from what I said was to now. I ain't saying nothing like that. I said she could be shady. Okay, I ain't never say nothing else like that. I said, cause then Letitia said, cause bitch, you called us fucking ugly. And now I had said, now was she talking about their personalities was ugly, or was she talking about them physically was ugly? A couple of people was in my comments when this was first brought up, trying to say, no, I believe that she was talking about their personality and all that shit. Cause I brought up the light versus dark and all that stuff or whatever, because that's what she gives me. I'm sorry, I hate the fact that this is the South, and when we talking about the South, colorism do play a part, and it was playing a part up in this episode too, and we have to address it. But baby, it was literally, you ugly, okay? And I said, excuse the fuck out of me. Girl, when Letitia said that shit, she said, and that's what Timber said. Timber was like, I said, Timber, you ain't gonna confirm or deny? Timber just sit there like this. And then they was like, get Marie on the phone. Because Keisha was like, no, bitch, I ain't never say no shit like that. What you talking about? What you talking about? Marie answered that phone on first goddamn ring. Ring, ring, ring. FaceTime. How you doing? Hey, girl, what's good? She was like, didn't you say, what you say Timber told you? Did that bitch told us that we was ugly? And she was like, I ain't never say no shit like that. And then Timber was like, yes, you did, girl. But basically what had happened, Timber's accent went the fuck away. It started to fade just a little bit in this moment, but then, bitch, that accent left and that country twang came in. And I said, bitch, I like the way you sound like this in your natural state. Can we have that? Let's bring that back, bitch, because that's what we need. This over enunciating, and then when she get up in the goddamn confessionals and she's talking real slow like this because she's really trying to enunciate, and she's really, girl, stop it. Stop it. Just be real. Just be real. That's why people all up in your business right now. Even though I'm finna take up for you just a little bit, that's why people all up in your business right now, because they think that you had it and you a little fake or whatever. Okay? She was like, what I said was, when I first found a girl, she was like, these the people from Jackson. Ain't no pretty girls up in Jackson. Okay, ain't no other cuter girls up in Jackson or whatever. And then it was like, oh, so that's what you said? She was like, I ain't say no shit like that. I ain't say no shit. I said, Akeisha, you said that shit. As soon as Tamara's voice dropped, I said, bitch, she said that shit. Akeisha said that shit. She may not have said that they was ugly, but she said what Tamara said, And like they said, that probably was Letitia's interpretation. I said, Tamara, don't play telephone trick. Then they started talking about a group text message or whatever that Tamara didn't want to be involved in because she said, bitch, she ain't want to be in no group text message with no Akeisha because she don't fuck with that bitch. And I said, wait a minute. Now, you the one that brought her onto the scene, bitch, so now you don't fuck with her? So I'm sitting here like, what is happening? And Marie is telling all of it. And at this point, I don't feel none of them got anything to lie about. Bitch, Tamara, you barely been on this show, okay? And now you making your presence known. And Akeisha, girl, what the fuck? She ain't got shit to lie. Girl, what? They ain't got shit to lie about at this point. I'm sitting here like, girl, what? I do feel like Akeisha lying just a little bit, but I'm talking about the rest of the group. At this point, we putting it all out on the table. I ain't got shit to lie about. Okay, I said, now, Timber, what's going on? All right, baby. She was like, I ain't say that shit. I ain't do that. Girl, at one point, Mama and Akeisha started going at it. So that's what you up here doing? You up here telling these girls? Because they said, we going off of the shit that Timber was telling us. That's what we getting our impressions from. Telling us not to fuck with you and all that because she don't fuck with you. I did not say that. I said, oh shit, the bitch shaking the table, bitch. I said, I know she ain't knocking on the table. I said, who is this? That is not Timber, bitch. That's Tanika. What the fuck? I said Tanika with the, what? They said, look at her, she just shaking the table, and that voice went deeper, that accent went the fuck, that enunciated accent went the fuck away. I mean, all of that shit gone. Her real voice. She said, bitch, what you not gonna do? You not gonna fuck with me? You not gonna fucking lie to me? You not gonna do this? You not gonna do that? I said, God damn, bitch stood up and got up into Akeisha's face, and I'm sitting here like, why y'all cutting up like this? And then after all of that, and they realized that it was like, I guess, some miscommunication or whatever, I'm sitting here like, y'all gonna be cool after this? Because then Letitia apologized, and then Akeisha apologized, and then Akeisha said, bitch, I still don't trust their asses. I said I wouldn't trust their asses either, okay? Because if you could be mad at me for what somebody else said and you don't even fucking know me, bitch, I can't trust you, because that means that you can't think of your own, or you can't give me a person a chance on your own. You making already snap decisions and judgment off of what somebody else is saying, and that's kind of fucked up. But I was just sitting here like, me and Latrice was like, we ain't doing no more brunches. We ain't doing no more get together, no more interventions and nothing like that, because it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Meanwhile, Tamara having this rock the bells type of situation. We done with that. She was like, Akeisha will always, and she went right back to it in the confessional. Me and Aikisha is good. She will always be my. I said no, the fuck she won't. She ain't finna be your friend, okay? Girl, she didn't put you on standby because she know now not to trust your ass, okay? I just But she was in her office and Melanie came there, okay, the publicist, for Latrice and I think Aikisha as well, and she came up in there and basically Tambra is doing Rock the Bells or whatever for her the annual Rock the Bell concert or whatever for the radio station, and they was talking about what happened at the lunch and the sister vention and all that shit, and then she wanted her to walk. She wanted her to walk. She had to convince Melody to walk. Okay? And so she said, fine, fuck it, I'll do it. Cool. Meanwhile, you got Latrice. She's meeting up with So Gucci because she's trying to get a new building, find a new location. She took her to this historical location, this building that was built back in 1924. And, it's very much an older building and, the ceiling shows it and she can't do anything with that. And so she wants something where she can be able to, put her own finishing touches on. She can take stuff down, remodel and all that stuff. So they got to keep looking. That's what was basically going on with them, and then we get Aikisha. She coming back. Aikisha came back to the crib to her husband. And she was like, listen, bitch, I was down there on First Street. Mind you, Letitia said she ain't working with that bitch. She said, bitch, I brought you to the table. She said, well, if you bring me to the table, make sure the goddamn plate's clean. And then they said, Plategate is over with. I said, what? First of all, it should have never been a Plategate. First of all, but all right. She was like, I ain't asked to be at this table. Oh, you brought me to the table? You brought me to the table? For this Fair Street project and all this shit. And I'm just sitting here like, but Letitia, you keep on bringing up this Fair Street project, but ain't nobody doing shit. This whole season, we are on episode 7, and I ain't seen you go talk to Nan official. I ain't seen you go talk to Nan contractor. I ain't seen you go talk to Nan nobody, okay, to be talking about this Fair Street project and to be talking about who took this idea and who gonna be involved in this. Baby, you ain't involved in it either, so what are you talking about? I just had to put that out there. I'm just saying. But Aikisha came home and she had some little smokies or whatever, and she had her little sandwiches, and she was talking about some she was talking about getting some, what is that, pig feet or a pig ear sandwich. I said, that's some country ass shit. That is some country ass shit. And I can say that because that's what my granddad, oh my God, every time I used to come over to my granddad and my grandma's house, he's from Tennessee. My grandmama and my mama and them, they from Mississippi. My mama came up here when she was like 6 months old. My grandma was 15, okay? So, yeah, she was one of the, and she was married at 15. Like, girl, that's how they used to did that shit back in the day. That was nasty. And he was older than her too, of course. But that's how both my grandmas was. But my grandma on my daddy's side, they all from the South too. They all from Mississippi, okay? My grandma from my daddy's side, her husband, my daddy's daddy, never met that motherfucker because he dead. You want to know why? Because he was an old-ass man when they got married, and she was young as shit. Mind you, my grandma is like, either she almost 80 or she 80-something. I don't know, but she in the range of that, okay? Girl, I was just like, that's disgusting, but okay. It had a whole bunch of kids, man. But that's how they did it back then. That's why motherfuckers think that they can do that shit now. That is nasty. But, my grandma used to fix that motherfucker, all that type of shit. Why do I call him that? My grandma used to fix my granddaddy, all that type of shit. When I tell you he ate the whole fucking pig, and then when I realized that, and listen, I find stuff like that nasty, okay? Because I just can't envision myself just putting a whole pig in my mouth, okay? Or sucking on a pig feet, you know what I'm saying? Or pig snout. I just can't. And eating chitlins, like the intestines. I can't do that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat shit. It is somebody that's on TikTok, this Asian guy. Oh my God, they be showing these videos of them. I don't know what it is. It be like animal stomachs that they be cutting open. And they be cleaning the poop. Oh my God. And sometimes they be I'm sorry, y'all. That's too much information. It's just a lot. But yeah, we ain't the only people that eat the pig. You know, a lot of coaches eat the whole goddamn pig. But, you know, y'all down in the South, y'all will do some delicacies with these goddamn pig. Pickle pig feet and all that shit. And the Keisha would sit there eating that food. Baby, I was her husband. What the fuck? He was like, take me back to goddamn New York where we got some pasta, some goddamn hot dogs and pizzas and shit and other restaurants or whatever. I said, you know what? I know he was probably kind of joking, but he could have came off less judgmental. You know, this ain't home. We don't need to be down here. I said, now, sir, we done went through this already. Your wife done sacrificed and moved from where she know all the way up there to what you know. Okay, and she was up there for a few years. You can stand to stay down here for a few years. You ain't doing shit up there that you can't do down here. Okay, we all doing, well, most of y'all doing work from home any goddamn way. So like, come on, calm that shit down. But of course, mama had to tell her what went down. You know, she had to tell, babe, she didn't even really give him the condensed version. I said, girl, get to the point. Girl, she was like, but listen, it was this one comment that Letitia said about how my parents didn't even want me or whatever. You know, my people didn't even want me. And he was like, no, she didn't. I know she didn't. Baby, I thought he was about to say some shit because he was ready to go. I said, you better stand up for your woman. But they cut whatever he probably said out, which was probably good because he probably did say something, which I will understand. But, you know, because he like, don't disrespect my wife like that. You don't talk about you can say a lot of shit, but you don't go that deep. And I was like, well, honestly, if I don't fuck with you and I don't like you and, you know, I don't see it for you, I'm going to cut as deep as I need to. And if that just hurts you, then I accomplished my goal. Even though I felt that was a little much for y'all to, that was much for Letitia to say. And I only say that because now y'all trying to be cool or cordial with each other. Once you say some shit like that to me, baby, don't try to be cool, cordial, or nothing to me. It's cut the fuck off, okay? And if I see you, I just might cut you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, you know? But, yeah, it was a little much. It was a little much. And so, you know, she said she gonna have to keep her eye on people. Tamra ain't really your friend either, Mr. Keisha. You really ain't got no people down there. And for somebody that has a legacy, you know, that was left behind down there in Jackson, you ain't got no friends down there, or at least not on this goddamn show. And I'm talking about the whole cast, okay? Meanwhile, we get this whole little sit down. So Gucci and JJ, they have this little sit down with the daughter, her daughter Dee, or D, you know, she's 6 months pregnant, I believe. And Sanjay, Star and Sky, they come over, the twins, and D4L, all of them come up over there, okay? It was like the way, and I didn't want to bring it up again. Like I said, colorism is playing a part up in this, even if you want to deny it. Okay, I know people use colorism or bring up the debate as a reason for a lot of things, and it don't need to. But in this situation, it was very much hard for me to get past it, especially like when, and I don't know if it was a slip of the tongue, when they was talking about D just sitting there, being at the house, you know, being pregnant, but then, so Gucci was like, while our daughters are at school, you know, and then D is here. And I was like, damn, D ain't your daughter either? So I said, okay, you know, maybe that was a slip of the tongue, but I caught it, you know what I'm saying? And even D brought that up, okay? Basically, what is going on is you have blended families, okay? And you have a child that feels a little bit left out, that feels a little bit neglected because once JJ and them came into the picture, you know, you're trying to make him feel good. You're trying to make the other kids feel like they okay. And then you feel like you're being left behind. What I did not like about this whole situation is the way Sanjay and the twins were responding to D. What I cannot stand when we are sitting down, and this is the reason why, they kept on saying, well, you never said anything. You never said anything. You the one holding on to all of this stuff, and you're talking about this, and you misremembering things, and you're saying things the different way that didn't happen, and you the only one. And I'm sitting here like, this is the reason why she didn't say anything. If they had, I'm not saying that JJ and So Gucci did a bad job trying to blend these families, but You can't sit here and tell me that you did not notice or see that there was some type of tension at a certain point between the daughters. You should have took it upon yourself as the parents to sit them down and to have a family discussion way long before this happened. But sometimes, kids will, keep things inside or whatever. Understandable. But it seems as though you never attempted to try to do that at all. Okay? So therefore, now Dee feels comfortable enough in front of these cameras to actually put her feelings out there. And what I cannot stand is when a person tries to put their feelings out there for the other party who don't agree to try to invalidate them. Okay, well, that's probably not how you took it, but this is how she felt. So please don't invalidate her feelings. And that's all they were doing. They were invalidating Dee's feelings. And I felt bad for her. It was like 3-on-1. It was literally 3-on-1, and it just kept sticking in my mind when she was talking about that situation where they wouldn't let her wash up with the soap because they said that she was dirty, and she even brought up, she was like, was that colorism or something like that? And then the way that they tried to flip it on her, Sanjay tried to flip it on her in the confessional and say, no, it wasn't colorism. She was the one that was always talking about how, her skin color and how come she's so dark and this and that and whatever. And I was sitting here like, yeah, she probably was thinking that because something that was being done to her to make her think that. It didn't just come out of the blue. She probably was made to feel a way. Most likely that's what was happening. And even if you don't feel like you did it directly, you probably did it in an indirect way that she got it. She probably got it from somewhere else, and so therefore she recognized it even when it was subtle. So again, you're invalidating her experience. You're not giving your real experience because obviously y'all got three daughters. 3 sisters. Y'all got yourselves. She got a brother that probably either older than her or whatever. She can't really, on that level with. And I can see her feeling isolated. I can see her feeling like, something. You can just tell. You can just tell the way that they ganged up. I feel like they ganged up. I feel like they ganged up and they totally invalidated her feelings. And, the way that, JJ was just sitting there. So Gucci was just sitting there. I was like, so ain't nobody going to interject, or you just going to, even when it got a little heated, when they was just like talking over each other, you know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all ain't got nothing to say? JJ really did say something, but it was so cliche and so, like, you could have kept that to yourself, all right? But at the end of the day, I do believe Dee's story. They were trying to make it seem as if she's lying and she's coming up with stuff and she's just trying to be the problem child. I do believe Dee's story. I just do. Okay? Because they was really just invalidating her feelings and her experience, and I just didn't like that shit. But moving on from that, I hope Dee and everything gets better with that situation. What else is going on, girl? It was time for the goddamn fashion show or whatever, the Rock the Belle show, get together. So all the peoples get there, right? All the peoples is there. Everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking real nice. Tambra's up on the stage doing her thing. And next thing you know, they start doing a little show. And when they finally do the fashion show, Melanie the stallion, bitch. I said, Melanie, I didn't know you was stacked like that. I didn't know you was stacked like that. Melody got chest and Melody got ass. Melody got hips. Melody got body, okay? Legs, hips, and body, bitch. I said, you better fucking do that. All right, she came out there a little seductive walking, and she didn't really have to do much. She just had to walk a little slow, and the rest was history. I said, all right, Melanie, you still follow me on Twitter? But I know you probably got a man, but, fuck all that. What your man know, what he don't know, that's fine. It ain't gonna hurt him. But moving on from that, then we get so Gucci come out there, she walked, and she was cute or whatever, but it was still Melody for me because she had the body, yaddy, okay? But JJ did what a husband should do. And I didn't expect anything less. He loved that lady. He hyped her up and he did what he had to do. You know, he was throwing dollars at her like she was a little stripper hoe. I ain't understand that. But, you know, or was it take all my money? You that damn fine. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it like that. Take all my money. You just that damn fine. I mean, walking behind her, you know, hyping her up, slapping her on her ass. I said, now, when you slapped her on her ass, that was a little bit much, okay? But, of course, he just turned it into the class clown. But I like the way he hyped his woman up. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Meanwhile, when all of that happened, Damon come up there and bring up some flowers, and it irritates me with this whole situation with Tambra and Damon, okay? And let's get there. Because when they was at the sister vention, they brings up Devon, or I should say Greedy. They bring him up, and, you know, the situation was what's going on with them two. And I thought you was with this other dude. Nah, that was just my friends. That's my platonic friend from New York, okay? I'm really with Devon. It's like people are really fishing to find an issue with Tambra's relationship, just because they don't know much about it. And that's none of their goddamn business, to be honest, all right? And who is really bothering me the most is Letitia. Granted, I understand that I feel as though Damon ain't on the up and up, up and up. But at the same time, it is none of Letitia's business to be going to and telling everybody what's that little girl of hers has said, that so-called friend of hers said with this emotional affair. Why are you bringing this up? Why are you purposely trying? Because at this point, it feels like you're purposely trying to break up this relationship, because you've already addressed it with Tambra. You told her, but yet you're telling everybody else, and now you're going to go tell Damon? You're going to go tell Damon. Mind you, she had drinks in her, okay? Because she was slurring. She was doing a lot of slurring too. And you're telling Damon, you know, you telling him, pulling him to the side, and you telling him about Taisha, whatever the fuck her name is. Girl, I don't even trust her because her name ain't even spelled right. But anyway, you telling him about that. And his whole thing is, whatever the fuck she talking about, that was 2014. Like, that's some old shit. Why are you bringing up old shit that never happened? Okay? And my whole thing is, Letitia, why are you bringing this up at all? And why, if you're going to bring it up, why are you bringing it up at her event right now? What is it to you? Your friend, if she has a fucking issue, it's so bad and she can be a fucking woman and come to Tamara about that shit. That's what she should do, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she bring it up to you, but other than that, she needs to go talk to Tambra, woman to woman. Barbara, this is Shirley. That's what you need to fucking do, okay? That's what it is. Not you, Letitia, bringing it to her, bringing it to him, bringing it to that person, having everybody have questions about what's going on in the relationship because they feel like it ain't on the up and up. Okay, bitch, a lot of y'all relationships don't look like it's on the up and up too. Mind you, Letitia, your husband was there. Bitch, y'all ain't still together. Worry about the baby that could possibly be his, okay? That's what you should be worried about. Latrice, worry about your husband possibly wanted to leave your ass because you can't have a goddamn baby. And I actually like you, Latrice, but I'm just saying, you don't need to get involved in that. Don't stick your nose in that shit, okay? You know, Akeisha, you worry about you trying to get your man to stay down there in Mississippi. That's what you need to worry about. But this purposely sticking your nose up in this girl's business to make it some drama, like, I just don't see the point. It seems so stupid. It seems so stupid. Now, that's not to say I'm on Damon's side. Like, I already said, I don't feel like he's on the up and up. But again, the way they're going about this, I just feel like it's wrong. Because she's not over here gossiping about any of y'all relationships, but yet y'all so concerned and gossiping about hers. That's fucked up. And of course he gets mad or whatever in the confessional because he don't want that mess to be on his woman. But then, you know, security come through, and I will agree with everybody else. What the fuck was security there for? Wasn't nothing happening. Wasn't nobody pissed off. Wasn't nobody doing nothing outrageous or whatever that security needed to be there. Like, Tamara, was that security brought there by you? Girl, stop, okay? And then the whole next week, when Taisha comes, I said Letitia being messy again because She the one that invited Taisha to that little get together or whatever, and you already know the situation. I don't like when people try to put two people in a room together when you know that they have an issue, or at least one person got an issue with them and the other person be blindsided or whatever. I don't like that messy shit. Letitia, you are being messy as hell because you can't even fix the shit that's going on at your home. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you get up and then the bitch get up in her feelings, not Letitia, but her friend, because Tamara wants to get up and walk away. She ain't got shit to talk to you about. You the one that got the issue with her man. She ain't got no issue with you. You got a so-called issue, so therefore you talk to her. She ain't got to come to you and say, so what's up? No, bitch, you got the issue. Oh, I can't wait till next week because I'm getting into the friend's ass and I'm probably going to get in Letitia's ass too. Okay? But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode and I'll see y'all later. Peace.